Hey there, business owners. Let me ask you this. What if you could clone yourself without all the sci-fi drama? Well, ChatGPT is about as close as it gets. It's like having an insanely smart assistant who never sleeps and never asks for a raise. Running a small business can feel like juggling flaming swords while riding a unicycle. Well, okay, or something like that. You've got marketing, client work, emails, social media, and that's all before lunch. The key to growth is doing things smarter, not harder. And that's where ChatGPT comes in. But before we dig into those 5 ways that ChatGPT can help you grow your small business, I want to talk about best practices because ChatGPT isn't perfect, but it is a powerful tool. So there are a few best practices I want you to be aware of. The first one is to be very clear with your prompts. It's like communicating with a person, like an assistant, an intern. You want to make sure that you're giving them all the information that they need. They may not know all the things about your company that you do, so you need to make sure that you're very clear when you're doing prompts. So the better the prompts, the better the information that you give ChatGPT, the better the output that you're going to get. The second thing is, remember, this is to collaborate, not replace you. So think of ChatGPT like a co-pilot rather than the pilot, right? You're still in charge. Always be reviewing and tweaking its responses to make sure that it's matching up with your voice and your brand. You don't want to appear to be something that you're not. The third best practice that I wanted to point out is create reusable prompts. Save those prompts that you're going to use on an ongoing basis, like for blog posts or for emails or for social media, so you're not having to reinvent the wheel every single time. When you get more into ChatGPT, you could create a custom GPT that has a lot of that built-in knowledge. But until you get there, just save them on a Word doc or somewhere where you can access them quickly, and that'll just speed things up. So that's a good best practice. Best practice. That's hard to say. So the fourth thing is teach it your brand voice. So give it examples of how you write or how you speak, so that it can help duplicate that tone and that style that you're looking for, that personality. So you might say, write this in a casual, upbeat tone, like a business coach who's had too much coffee. Because if that describes you, you're telling ChatGPT how to write it. Excuse me. And number 5, keep it ethical and authentic. Don't try and pretend to be something you're not, because people will smell phony a mile away, and you just want to be you. And even though ChatGPT is assisting you in something, it doesn't mean that it's helping you become something else. You want ChatGPT to help you to be you, your real, authentic you. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with the first way ChatGPT can help grow your business. And this is probably the most obvious way. And for people who first dive into ChatGPT, this is usually what they're doing. And so it's, need a blog post, a social media caption, or email. ChatGPT can not only help you write those, but they can help brainstorm ideas around blog ideas and ideas for your social media calendar and help you build that out. But when you're writing your whatever it is, you remember our best practice is the better the input that we give it, the better the output you're going to receive. So I'm going to just on my screen here, just give you an example of a content creation for a small business. So let's say I want a social media post. Okay, so I'm going to ask it to act as a social media manager. And then we'll say it's for a cleaning business. So you would just put your business in there. And then you are going to tell it, I want both Facebook and Twitter posts promoting the services to busy moms. Okay, so I'm telling it who I want to speak to, which channels I want to post on, and what I want it to post about. And I can say, give me 2 different ideas. Okay, or you could say 10 or 5 or whatever you want. Okay, so that's a good place to start. So it's going to think about that and get me back with some post ideas that's speaking to busy moms. Okay, so maybe I look at that and say, hey, I want to recognize that dads help clean too. So let's maybe, again, you can respond back. So my response is, let's make post idea number 2 for busy families instead of just moms. And now it's going to rewrite post number 2 with that little revision that I gave it. So you can go back and forth and tweak it and make it more what it is that you're looking for. Again, it's your co-pilot, not the pilot. So you're in charge and you make it yours. One thing that I don't like is a lot of emojis because they tend to be, make things busy and cluttery, and I like to keep things clean. So I might tell it to rewrite post number 2 without emojis, and it will do that for me. Okay, so you can see how you can tweak back and forth, tell it what it is that you prefer. And actually, it's a learning software, so it will learn your preferences as you go. As you keep going back and forth, it's going to remember that you don't like emojis. So when you ask it in the future, there won't be any emojis. And if there are, you can say, please get rid of the emojis. Okay, so let's talk about number 2. Number 2 is automated customer responses. So in this case, we can create some, like on your website, maybe you have FAQs that are, and you need to write those. So what you might do is put copy and paste maybe some reviews or some feedback that you've gotten from customers, and ask ChatGPT to write FAQs based on the feedback that you're getting. That would be one way to do it. It will write, if I just say, I would like to write FAQs for this business's website, gives me 5 general questions and answers. So that's a very general response. So it's going to be, typical. But if you want it to be more customized to you, you can feed it the information, based on feedback that you've gotten or whatnot, and do that. This could also help you with email replies. So as you get a customer sends you a question, you can copy and paste that email into ChatGPT and let ChatGPT help you craft a good response, especially if it's a negative one. Sometimes our emotions get the better of us and we don't really want to be as professional as we should when people are unhappy. So ChatGPT has no emotions, so it will write you a nice professional response, and potentially use that as an opportunity for you to create a brand investor for your company, because sometimes mistakes are opportunities, right? So let's move on. Number 3, marketing strategy ideas. Now, these are important for growing your business. So a lot of times we get stuck in a rut and we just need some new ideas. And so we can ask ChatGPT to help us by brainstorming some promotional angles, some hooks, some headlines, some, tips and strategies that we might use. So let's come back to our cleaning company here, and we can ask ChatGPT. I'd like to brainstorm some new ways of reaching out to potential customers. Give me 5 of your best ideas. Include hooks, headlines, and promotional angles. All right, so now it's going to give me 5 fresh outreach ideas with a hook, a headline, and the promotion. So, I mean, you can see here, you can go through. I mean, you decide. Again, you're the pilot here. So you decide which of these ideas makes sense to you, or there might be one that kind of makes sense, but it's a little off target. So you can just tell it, look, I like number 3, back to busy bonus. I like number 3, but, and then give your but, and it will adjust it based on that. So this is a great way to brainstorm. I mean, I've said before, when it comes to ChatGPT, just test it. Just put something in there and test it. And you will be amazed at what it can do for you. So you can see how in planning, doing marketing planning, doing business planning, all of that, ChatGPT is a great brainstorm partner. Okay, number 4, systems and SOPs made easy. SOPs is your standard operating procedure, right? So those are as a business owner, I hate writing those. I hate it. It's too analytical. I'm a creative. I just don't like doing it. So ChatGPT is a great partner for this, for the things in your business that you find boring or repetitive or whatever. ChatGPT can be a great partner for this. So let's ask ChatGPT, what SOPs should this company, because again, I'm playing off the fact that we're in the same feed here. So it's already remembering it's a cleaning company. So if you were just doing this, you would need to explain that. But what SOPs should this company use to streamline operations? Provide your top 5 ideas that impact on time or expense. So now it's giving me a list of ways that I can save money or save on time and increase productivity. So client onboarding, route optimization, supply prep and inventory. So it's covering, for a cleaning company, it's covering all of those major systems that you can really address and make it. So let's take this to the next level with one of these. So let's look at number 3. So help me break down number 3 in a more step-by-step basis with timelines. And so it's going to expand that for you and give you timelines. Again, ChatGPT is not perfect, so you need to go and look at that and say, does this make sense for my business? There might be not, you might not want to do restock orders on Tuesday. You might want to do it on Friday, whatever. This is your show. So just review what ChatGPT has given you, take what you like and leave the rest. Or ask ChatGPT to change it. So that's another option. So you can see where ChatGPT can help you grow your business by making it more productive and saving you time and money by helping you create SOPs, no SOBs here, SOPs, processes that you can put in place for your business. All right, let's look at number 5, lead magnets and email sequences. So lead magnets are those really compelling, juicy things that you offer for free in exchange for customer information, name, email, typically, right? And so they come to your website and you have a little pop-up, and maybe for this cleaning company, we're gonna brainstorm with ChatGPT on a lead magnet for this company. I'd like to add a lead magnet to my website, to the website for this company. Gives me 5 ideas of a checklist format lead magnet that would align with this company's goals and mission. All right. So the ultimate weekly home cleaning checklist for busy families. If busy families are your target audience, this would be a great one for that. 10 must-do cleaning tasks before hosting guests. Kid-approved chore checklist. That's an awesome one. Seasonal deep clean checklist. So that's something you could move in and out quarterly, like have 4 different ones for the year and switch them out. So these are all great ones. Move in, move out cleaning lists, what landlords and tenants shouldn't miss. So if you're targeting investors, this would be great. So here's some ideas that for developing a lead magnet for your website that you can then use to build your email list. So let's look at, let's see. I like the chore list. So let's look at number 3. I love number 3. Help me craft this lead magnet. Include an introduction and a call to action at the end. And then you really want to tell it how long you want it to be. So in this case, we're probably looking at a single page. It should fit on a single 8.5 by 11 page. All right, so I got my introduction that I asked for, and then it's going to do a checklist section based on ages, which is great. Kind of broken down there. And then a call to action, need a reset before the family pitches in. Let us take the heavy lifting off your plate. And then it has a call to action here at the end. So this is a great little lead magnet that a cleaning company could put on their website and promote it on social media, promote it to your email list, promote it to the world. It could even be a leave behind. So like if you go on someone asks for a quote, and so this could be part of your package, a value added piece that you leave with your quote as a resource. Or maybe this is something that you provide value to your existing customers and you send them an email every month with something like this, just to stay front of mind and solidify your relationships with existing customers. So this is great for that. So let's say now I want to email this out. So we talked about email sequences. And so an email sequence is more than one email that you can automate when something happens. A trigger is what they call it. So when there's a trigger, the email sequences go into effect and automatically send based on the trigger into the list that's part of that. So let's say here, I want to create an email sequence that shares this lead magnet with our prospect list. There should be 3 emails in total. They should be fun, casual, humorous, yet professional. Don't make them too long. Include some value and share the opportunity to download the lead magnet at the website. So I've given it some basic information regarding this email sequence, and there are going to be 3 emails in total. I told it how I want it to come across because I'm approaching families, so I want it to be a little lighthearted. I don't want them too long because people will not read a big long email. I want to include some value first, so I always want to lead with value and then share the opportunity to download the lead magnet. So it's going to create my 3-part email sequence. And so you can read what that's saying, but it's the subject on the front one, getting your kids to help clean. Yes, it's possible. That's a good subject line. Maybe get that to open, because if you're a busy mom, you might want to know how that's possible. So, and it, it's included some of the, the lightheartedness. Handing a 4-year-old a mop isn't a cleaning strategy. It's a spill waiting to happen. So it's exactly what I wanted. That lighthearted, a little bit humorous and fun, but we're keeping it professional because, we are a professional company too. And so I have 1, 2, and 3 emails. So now I can go into my software, my email software, or if you're on something like we use Kajabi, I can go in and create an automated sequence now to send out to my list 1, 2, 3. And I would schedule them like once a week for 3 weeks. And that would, over that period of time, I'd probably catch most people so that they're aware of this new lead magnet that I'm offering. So that is number 5. So if you're really wanting to dig into more, I actually have done an hour and 20-minute workshop on this that gets a lot more detailed than this, as far as very specific use cases for small businesses that I haven't talked about here. So if you want to get into more of that, it's the link down below is timetothriveinbusiness.com/ChatGPT. It's free. You just put in your name and email and boom, it's right there. And you can download the slides. You can download a summary of the uses. Easy peasy. So go ahead and take advantage of that, because that can really make a difference in your business and growing your business. And I want you to have it. So go get it. Thanks for watching.